Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sturgia series. You join us here as we are sieging Danustica, one of the Southern Empire's last strongholds here. If I can hover over here, they have 1,048 defenders. Man, this is going to be a tough battle for sure. Let me go and first start off by thanking our lovely channel members who keep the lights on around here. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Tobias, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado, Shipwrecked, Joski, and our newest channel member, Elias T. Elias, I'll make sure to get you included in the town naming in this series by next week's episode, if I don't do it in this episode here. But yes, time to besiege Danustica. This will be probably very interesting. I don't remember what the rest of the campaign map looks like, but I know this is one of their last towns that we have to take here, and I'm quite excited to do so. This is probably the largest siege battle, one of the largest siege battles I've ever done on the channel. So this should be pretty interesting on how we're gonna go about fighting these boys here. All right, let's get into it. We only have 75 archers, and it looks like we have broken down the walls here. So I'm going to focus solely on this left side here. So I'm going to set the archers up right here and let them go to town on these dudes over on the left side. Let's also tell everyone to fire will. Then I will go first person on Mr. Bjorn here. The FPS isn't really that great. Oh, it looks like some of their guys actually spawned outside of the settlement here. Time to punish that. But I'm gonna be fighting in this battle for sure. Tell these guys to charge. Let's get up the rocks here. And look at all those throwing weapons going in. Oh my word. This is definitely gonna be a lag fest, I can tell you that for sure. It's really hard to get up this cliff here when all these dudes are pushing. But it looks like it's going fairly in our favor so far. I'm gonna try to get a weapon throw. Oh, that was friendly fire. Oopsie, sorry there, buddy. I was thinking about introducing a new troop tree. If anyone had any ideas, I would definitely be open to hearing them. Continue fighting our way through here. All right, we actually made it out onto the actual. Ow, ow, ow. All right, come on now. Come on, Bjorn, get your fat ass up there. The archers should be hitting these guys from behind. Going for these over the hand or over the top swings here on these boys. Gonna be pretty effective. Of course, though, stabbing in RVM will always be the most effective here. Trying to get a throw in here. Nope, missed that one there. Let's go for a headshot. There we go. Ow. Ow. All right, looks like we've gotten decent wall penetration here. Let's go check on the other side. Oh, they look like they're doing all right. Let's tell them to charge, though. All right, looks like we got good wall penetration on this side. So what I'm going to do is tell these guys, the archers over here, to move this direction and get them up over here to assist these boys. This is some tough fighting here, though, I can tell you that. Tell them to charge as well. Getting these guys to move over here. Wow, that is just a mass of men there. They are holding for now, but let's wait and see until the archers get in position here. They should start to pick these guys off pretty immediately here. Let's see if we can get a good view of that. Look at all the arrows flying in now. Oh, that is just an absolute machine gun. And that should help our forces start to push through here. Let's get a POV from their point of view. Look at all those arrows flying in, man. I mean, what are you even supposed to do against this type of strategy? I'll tell you, not much. Not much at all. Looks like we are starting to push them back. We are fighting our way down the staircase over here. So we'll have to see how that goes. God, those guys are taking a lot of javelin fire from the side. I will tell everyone to fire at will again to see if that makes any difference. It looks like they're still holding pretty well, honestly. Let's pull these guys back a little bit and let's see if we can get the archers to go ahead and fire a little bit more at these dudes. Let's see if we can get them softened up for our infantry. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not all the infantry's out of the way. They're kind of they're getting more opportunities to fire. Now the archers are really putting on the pain. All right, looks like we're finally coming down the stairs again. Let's get these guys to recharge here. They will get a little bit of a charge bonus pushing these guys into the breach here. So that'll be kind of nice. Now this, holy shit, that's a lot of men. Good Lord. All right, let's go get involved here. Looks like I'm outside of the gates. Yeah, let's go this way. We'll try to fight our way through. Not sure why I was stuck in a corner there. They've only killed 100 of us, so it's looking promising for this siege, although they do have quite a large number of guys jamming up this side of the breach. We'll try to use the weight of men to push our way through it. I may need to turn the game volume down just a touch. Let's try like 40. Yeah, we'll try that. I don't think it'll be too loud. I'm just watching my levels over here to the left. Let me know how the game volume is down in the comments below, whether it's too loud or whether it's too quiet. Let me know. All right, we got our way through here. Pulling away some of these guys here. I can't even kick him. It's at such an elevated position. Oh, that's another bad guy. God damn it. All right, well, we'll resume control of those guys. Tell everyone to fire at will. There we go. And now this should be just a wholesale slaughter. See if we can get the archers up on the... Oh, wow, they've already split into groups, yeah. All right, well, we've killed around 800 now. That's boding pretty well for the siege here. Only losing 180, and we've really only lost 80, so that's quite good. I can't wait to be done with this series because I have some things planned for some other series, but I am also still very, very much enjoying this series, and we're definitely going to be doing the World Conquest, as I previously stated. I'm excited to go face other enemies too, because I have been really fighting the Empire and the like we really just fought the Britannians, the Empire, and the Khuzaits and the Vlandians just a little bit. I would be curious to see how a full-out war against the Vlandians or a full-out war against the Asurai or the Khuzaits would actually go. Would be somewhat interesting to see. I'll tell you what though, now that the cut through everything mod, oh wow, these guys are really getting jostled around here. They have nowhere to go. It is truly a wholesale slaughter. The last stand of the Empire here at Danusika is not going very well for them indeed. Where are the archers shooting at? Oh, there's one guy there. Making his valiant last stand. Not going too well for him, indeed. Tell everybody to charge. Again. And we're just grinding down the last few troops the Empire has. Most of these guys are like militia and militia archers at that. So this really is a wholesale slaughter. These guys on the backside are really doing some serious work. Okay, looks like we have connected this entire column here. That's good. But this is just going to be a slugfest. I mean, everyone's far too close to actually swing their weapons. So, yeah, it's not really doing much here. Try to move some of the archers over to here. Oh, no, that's not what we want. Charge. Let's try to take some of the archer groups and move them to right here. Put them all right here. See if they can manage to get any shots off. Not really looking like it. Yeah, they're kind of just pussyfooting around over here. I mean, we got them all backed into a corner, so they are definitely going down. And now, like, the only reason this battle has lasted so long is for sure because of RBM. Oh, look at this. Is a I think this is one of our actual leaders here. Maybe we should run the archers around to this side. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe they might be able to help out here just a bit. I don't see them actually like really making it over here in time, but you never know. They're kind of walking. I wonder why the hell that is. Get over here quick. Quickly. Quickly, men. Okay, they are actually taking some archer shots now. Man, I should have brought those guys over here way sooner. Helping out a lot. They are like literally rammed up against this barricade. See, if I was gonna hold this, what I would do is I would put like, I don't even know how I would hold this. I'd put my archers up here and then have like a contingent of infantry holding this spot right here. And then having these guys get wow, it looks like we've actually pushed them into the yeah, we've actually pushed them to a point where they can't even really get out. Let's see if we can kill them though. It is just going to be pretty much waiting for those shields to break. Just one guy remaining. He's getting hit. I see him getting bloody. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, an Oathkeeper with 19 kills. Good God. We'll definitely promote him. Let's see here. Oh, he's going to get so many extra points just for being an insane warrior there. All right, let's do medicine. Let's do tactics, and then what else can we really realistically do for him to be a good party leader? Or just a good commander in general. I mean, engineering would be nice, but I don't even know. What about repair to the party's weapons? I know there is some bonuses in that tree for infantry and stuff like that, so let's try that out. We'll see how good we can make him though. Then we'll do medicine there because his athletic skill is already maxed out, and that's why 104 down. Wow, it's a pretty only lost 105 guys, 200 in total being either wounded or dead. We do have quite a few promotions. I was working on another noble troop tree, but I really just could not decide what I wanted to do. We need some more cavalry. We'll only have 19 there. A few more Ulf Rangers upgrading there. We'll take as many prisoners as we can here, and we'll actually just take all of the prisoners. Why not? All right. Yes, I know we are over the limit. Thank you very much. Let's give him that standard of wrath, and let's dole out some more of these other standards here. Let's see. Let's earmark all these bad boys here, just to make sure we don't accidentally get rid of any. I know we have quite a few standards of wrath, which are pretty goddamn good standards to have. Even like the Steel Shields one is really good as well. All right, this is, oh wait, did we get two? Oh, Azir the Scarlet and Aston the Scarlet. Okay. We definitely want this guy to have, okay, let's get rid of this standard here for him, and let's go Steel Banner. And then we'll give this guy the this standard of Wrath here. That'll make him an insanely good infantry commander. Let's see here. Standard of Discipline. We could pass out as well. Decreased damage during, yeah, decreased morale shock. I don't even know if that's like actually worth having. God, we have so many Oathkeepers now. Look at that, 21 cut. That's insane. All his weapons are rusty. Why are all these damaged and everything? Ah, it's whatever. It's fine. Let's see here. Increased troop movement speed's kind of insane. Increased charge damage. I don't know. Let's give him like the standard of discipline. I think it's just like not a bad one to have, you know. And we'll pass out all these other banners as well. All right, cool. And then I have the standard of wrath, so I have a greater infantry influence than anything. And we have a pretty good... Oh, Milo's barking at something in the background there. Sorry about that. My, come lay down. He's just doing his job. He's just doing what his genetics tell him. I'm going to show mercy. I'm going to decline this one. We'll let someone else take that over there. We're not making a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. Not making a lot of money at all. We do have plenty of... the problem is we're not the leader of the kingdom yet. And that's because, like, I'm not cheating and just, like, you know, having... I don't know. I always thought this or the Rome series was going to be the one that had the Civil War. And I kind of feel like this one is going to be the series that has the Civil War. So we might have to do that at some point. God, look at all those flags. Look at all those banners. We have like 2 full pages of Lords almost. Of, or not 2 full pages, but a page and a third of Lords, which is insane. That's easily like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what? 6, 12, 18... 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, 24 lords in this one army is insane. And we still have another army over here with over 800 troops. That's crazy. And we are looking like we are going to eliminate the Southern Empire in the next few episodes. Taking away their large towns first is going to be the play here, for sure. Taking out Danustica was definitely a good idea. It was one of their biggest towns and one of their most prosperous towns. So taking that out as early as we did there in the final stages of this war here will pay dividends later on for sure. We could, of course, like take all these castles and stuff. I'd rather siege out the large cities first. All right, let's see. Lek here, 88. Fafin, 90. Yorig, 54. Let's give Yorig a big town. We have plenty of influence to burn, so we need to start using some of that for sure. Let's come over here and see what this place is looking like, though. How old is Ragavand at this point? Let's go check. Let's see how close to death he is. Ragavand. He is 61. Man is hanging on. Good Lord. We do have birth, death, and aging on, so... I mean, his kids are... his oldest son is 34. I mean, you know, it's pretty insane how he hasn't died yet. Usually they don't hang on long after, like, 50. But I guess we'll have to see in the coming episodes. All right, so they have 2 towns up here, which we need to secure at some point. And then they have 1 over here and 1 down here. So if we take this town out down here, and also we are at war with the Aserai, which is annoying as fuck because we have no reason to be at war with the Aserai. We're not even a part of their border. So I don't know why. I guess we just do have a war with them. One thing I was looking at is we don't have any governors, like, at all. So maybe making... Because some of these places are really losing money. Like, this Ben Seth is losing 1592 a day. That's insane. I mean, of course, they have a fucking ridiculous garrison. So I don't know. Okay, some of these are on unlimited. Let's just max them at 2,000 because unlimited gets crazy really quickly if you don't keep a... Okay, so Legetta was like one of the ones... Okay, yeah, no. Unlimited wage... Dude, unlimited wage is insane. Like, they get well up over 3,000 very quickly. Okay, let's stop unlimited wage on Legetta, and that will solve some of our money problems. But also, let's do this. So basically, the amount of troops is determined by the wages, right? So this one's 534 out of 534, right? If you fully upgrade the garrison size and everything like that, you can have about like about 600, 650 in some cases, depending on a few other factors. But also, the garrison size is limited by wages, right? So 2,000 wages. If you have a governor in there that lowers the wages, you can make it so that you can have more troops. And we have 25 companions right now. A lot of these guys are just staying at... Yeah, a lot of them are in my party. I would like to start making some of these people into governors because I feel like some of our fiefs like Car Banseth and Gereria and Shipverka and Legetta and Tylerton and some of these castles here could be making way more money if they only had a... And it's like their loyalty's fine. Like their loyalty's great. It's just the garrison wages are fucking killing them. Heartsleeve Castle here, obviously having quite a few towns. Yeah, most of these have at least one town. But yeah, let's start trying to make some governors. I think that would be a good idea. Of course, we need to finish eliminating the Southern Empire here. And I think taking out Volstrom down here will be the... or Vostrom down here will be the next step in doing that. I think that we can make this siege work. Let me go ahead and drop a save. I should have dropped one right after that last battle. Sturgia 43, I believe. We'll save it like that. All right, let's go ahead and besiege the town, though. All right, and we're going to go for... Oh, we have some fucking skill... Oh my god, we have so many skill points to drop. Jesus Christ. Ooh, +8 starting battle morale. Oh, that's actually really nice. +5 experience and +5 battle morale to troops in your party. That's actually a really solid. Okay. So we need keen sight and we need keen sight or mounted patrols. Keen sight is going to be the way to go. So we're going to put a point into cunning. And that's not even going to move the bar because it's so fucked. And then I don't know, maybe one-handed. Oh wait, no, hold up. I had... Oh, okay, wait. Why did... Oh, okay, that's the... Yeah, okay. I'm stupid. What else are we going to put a point into? I should have just gotten an engineer and let them... if I could start the series over, I would start it with Distinguished Service. The next vanilla playthrough we'll do will have Distinguished Service in it. And I know they just released a bunch of new upgrades for the... Or, like, updates for the game. I think it was, like, yesterday. But none of those things do anything that that mods didn't already do. So I will not be updating the version or anything like that just yet. We're gonna wait until the Rome series and that stuff is done, and then like when I start the new vanilla series, I will start it on the latest version, of course, but I'll have to like go through and fucking delete all the mods and re-download them, which is highly annoying. Let's see here. I mean, like one-handed could be a good idea just because like our one-handed skill really isn't that good. Like 180 one-handed is pretty good, but it's not so much better than like other elite troops that we're winning swing, like we're winning the swing battle or the stab battle. And like we have maxed out medicine, we almost have maxed out athletics. There is some perks in here that would be nice. Ooh, that's actually a really good perk. Okay, we're gonna max out our one-handed skill with that. All right, let's continue the siege here, though. All right, very nice. And we are going to need to, oh, okay, nice, very good. Tylerton has been besieged. All right. Fuck. And Danustica is being besieged. All right. Well, that's exceedingly inconvenient. Fuck. Okay. That's really rough because oh, okay, you know what? I need to pull out of the siege. Okay. Who's besieging Tylerton? That's the Aserai. 100% the Aserai is doing that. How many defenders? They have 609 defenders. I think they can hold off pretty much anything. And then I assume the Aserai are also besieging Danustica. We need to put a dent in the Aserai's plans here. We need to slow down with the Empire. We need to stop the Aserai, and then we reinitialize the war with the Empire. Okay, it's actually the Empire. Okay, so we can end the war with the Empire right now. That would probably be smart. Let's go ahead and drop a save here, and then we'll go ahead and assault the siege camp. All right. You know, I could break in to help the defenders, and that would make it a really fun battle, but also, like, I don't want to disband this army this second. All right, let's go and attack. All right, the play is going to be let the archers do the work here. Ranged influence is 103. Infantry influence is 89. That's pretty good infantry influence, except Isfahan here is the best infantry commander I have ever seen. Yeah, he's just like flat out the best infantry commander I have ever seen. So he's not going to get moved. Let's put them in like 2 lines here, and then we'll put them in loose formation. Let's spread this line out here just a bit. Like there. We'll put them in shield wall. Usually I go for 3 thick shield wall. Looks like that's what we have here. Yeah, about 3 thick everywhere. It's actually a little bit too thick. All right, that's closer to 3 thick. Okay, cool. And we'll line them up here. Actually, move the archers over just a touch. Move those guys over just a touch. We'll put the cavalry here to protect the archers. And actually, I want to put the cavalry in behind here. Like so. And we'll stretch them into like 2 lines. Or 3 lines there. And then we have our skirmisher cav, which we don't really need to worry about because they are just going to do their own thing. All right. Immediately pull these guys out of shield wall. Move these guys up across here. Bring the archers up behind them here. And we're going to just completely pelt these dudes. Let's bring the cavalry over here. And let's condense the cap down a bit. These guys can come over here and watch this side. They should be able to skirmish with anybody who attempts to cross the channel here. It looks like they're trying to bring their guys across to take this elevated point here, which I'm going to go ahead and say no to. So let's stack the cav here across this little gap here. Our infantry does move very, very quickly. We are highly mobile. All right, and the cav is going to attempt to come up through here. So I'm actually going to dismount my cav, and I'm going to stack them in here before these guys have a chance to actually make it over here. Hopefully, we can get them here. We can get them stacked up in this gap to hold that flank. All right, let's move these guys here and put them in shield wall. And the archers are doing the Lord's work right now. Bring this cav, or this cav right here. So we scared their cav off here out of this gap, which is very nice. Let's put those guys in shield wall. So the cav cannot flank us now. And I know what you're saying, Ghost. Why did you dismount your cavalry? They have a huge advantage when they're on horseback. Yeah, that might be true, but also not really how it works sometimes. Not allowing them to flank is really gonna put a damper on them here. And our archers are gonna absolutely chew this cav to pieces as it's crossing, as you can see here. And getting the archers even a bit closer here should be doing some good. And actually condensing the archers down slightly should help out a bit too. See, we're controlling the engagement. That's the key here. We can sit here all day eating arrows from them. They cannot. And especially with the number of archers we have, like 117, highly trained archers. So a lower number than what they have, but just better trained overall. And even like moving these guys up to here, trying to bait the cav into an engagement with a better force. It looks like they're not going to engage just yet. All right, now they are moving to engage here. Let's shift the line right there up against the rock. And here comes the cavalry. And they are going to be stopped pretty much in their tracks when they run into all these lances. Look at that. There is absolutely nothing that that cav's going to do right there. Put these guys here. And we'll actually delegate command to those boys there. But the cav over here is getting completely stomped on one flank. They are not able to push through there. All right, let's have the infantry engage. And this should be a... pretty much just like in that siege, it should be a wholesale slaughter. And it's looking like it is going to be. Let's move the archers up just a bit. Whoa, big lag there in the water. Oh, look at all this cav. They've pretty much been entirely dismounted. So we have 87 cav there, holding up against their cav. Losing a few, but not many. It looks like we have forced them to retreat there. Tell these guys to also engage. Start pushing these guys back. Yeah, we basically shut their push down pretty hard. Archers are helping clean up some of these guys here. Archers have shot about half their ammunition there. 261, 265 to 60. Pretty effective. How these guys to charge. How these guys to charge as well. They left a huge part of this infantry formation here. And now they are getting pelted by the archers here, so maybe it's not that big of a deal, but I don't just like leaving infantry groups sitting there. Let's push the archers up to here. All right, horse archers are just doing their thing. Yep, perfect. Cavalry, let's break them into line. And they'll just start chasing these guys down. Perfect. Awesome. All right, kind of about that time to just tell everybody to charge and to speed her up and let it happen. They're not going to really get a reinforcement wave. They'll get a small one, I believe. But yeah, all right, very nice. Not going to promote him. I don't think there's really a need to. I mean, we could turn him into a really solid governor, I guess. All right, engineering, stewardship, and then leadership there. Engineering, stewardship, and leadership again. You'll notice that the amount of boost they get is based upon how they did in the battle. So 8 kills, he gets a slight boost. 20 kills on the other guy gave him an absolutely massive boost into those skills. So we really just want to be recruiting and promoting the best guys available.
Enough.
One thing that I did neglect to realize when first starting out this series, first time using the distinguished service mod, I did not realize that's how it actually worked. All right, very nice. And we do have too many prisoners here, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop them off at Danustica if it is available. All right, let's go into Danustica here. Hopefully no one escapes our party immediately. All right, let's go to the keep. Let's go to the dungeon and donate some prisoners. They already have 15, but I would like for them to have many more than that. So we'll go ahead and have them have the maximum amount of prisoners there. Gaining 73 influence. Not like it's going to really be of consequence, though, because we have 3,150. So, yeah, not really of consequence too much there. Tylerton is being besieged by the Aserai, though, I would assume. So let's head over that way. And no, we're not going to grant you freedom. And then in one day, it should tick over to 100 in the Southern Empire. They're being besieged again? Are you shitting me? Okay, well, that's definitely the Aserai doing that, then. Because they are the only ones we are at war with. It is the Aserai. Okay, we're going to have a proper open field battle with the Aserai. Oh, okay. Lek, Fafin, or Yorig. Yorig has a 100% relationship with us. Fafin 84, 82 on Lek. Okay, let's give Lek a town here. I guess another army took that town. Oh, yeah, they did. Very nice. Very, very good, actually. We have an army of 613 over here. And that is the only army on the field as of now. All right, let's come over here and smack the piss out of these guys. Let's go and drop a save, though, before we do. Man, this episode has really just been, oh, wow, we're actually going to lose that one. If 421 defenders. We could wait till they start the siege. Tylerton is not looking great over there. They may end up capturing Tylerton. They already took Moses from us when we were at war with like 50 people all at once. Yeah, we might end up losing 2 towns here. I'm okay with trading 1 town if we save another, and we also did just gain this town right here. They're down to 2 towns now. We could probably not make it over to Tylerton, but that's going to be a very costly battle for them. So that might up the attrition rate here for them. Yeah, okay, so they did just... Oh, they did lose it. Wow. That's actually really good that happened. It's actually very, very good that happened. Hopefully we'll have the same success over here at Danustica, and that added quite a bit, so they must have, let's see here. Wow, they lost 1,112 casualties. That's insane. And we lost 450 there. That's a really good, about a 3-to-1 ratio seems to be the AI's trade rate in a siege. So I don't think they even have the guys to take this town here, Danustica. The key here will be to winning the battle and not just, okay, there we go. They've started the siege. Winning the battle and capturing them, because that adds a lot of attrition rate as well. And we don't want to leave these cities um, these towns here with super weak garrisons. All right, right about now would be the time to attack these guys. All right, let's go and assault the siege camp. Now we have a massive, massive advantage here. Let's go and attack.
I'm in command.
All right, looks like the defenders are moving forward there. Let's put these guys into a shield wall. Let's set the cavalry up here. Oh, what are they gonna do? What do the Asteroids armies even look like? Wow, it's mostly God, that is a lot of elite troops there. I would have thought they would have lost a few more in the lead up there, but I guess not. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of range damage here, but luckily we have the Oath Keepers in the front with their glorious dual shields there. I'm gonna take my horse archers and put them here. Put my archers in loose formation here all along this ridge line in between these two gaps. And we'll spread out the infantry just a touch in order to facilitate this here. But these guys should be able to deal with these. I hate that they're running into each other there. That's kind of annoying there. Go about halfway in between there. It's right there. Perfect. Looks like they moved their archers up into the water. It's not a terrible idea, but just staying on this side of the water is an infinitely better one. I'm actually going to tell my cav to charge here to take on this skirmish cav here. And it looks like they're running amok with them for now. Let's bring the cav up over here and let's have them go for an early cav charge on their cavalry there. Let's let our archers do a lot of the work here. We don't need to really duke it out in a cav fight or in anything else. Let's get our cav moving. I don't want our cav to be chasing them too far here. Though it looks like they are going to be moving forward here. Let's stack up on the edge of this here. Let's get our cav up behind them here. I'm gonna go tell these guys to skirmish with them. Looks like they want to confront those archers there, but not really gonna allow that to happen. Wow, many of their cav being dismounted there. Quite a few of them. Bring the cav up over there more. Let's actually bring them all the way around here. There we go. All right, here they come. Let's see how the Aserai do in direct conflict with my very, very elite infantry. Here's the exchange of missiles. Let's see how it goes. It is going in their favor right now. All right, we're gonna hold the line there for a moment. Let's see how they end up doing. All right, let's bring our cav down towards their archers here. Let's get a nice wide charge on these archers. Get them to spread out a bit more. They are going to be chasing them through the water, though, I will say. Let's keep them going here. All right, and let's tell the cavalry to charge. All right, we're doing pretty well in the melee here. 209 right now. Check it again in a second here. And they're about to be charged from behind. All right, let's tell the infantry to go. We're going to sandwich them. And they have been hemmed in on all sides by our infantry and our cavalry. Our horse archers over here are dealing with that cav quite nicely. Oh yeah, this is just wholesale slaughter at this point. Let's keep moving the archers up here. Want the archers to stay close to the action. And they do have quite a few archers of their own, don't get me wrong. I guess I'll go first person here. Oh, looks like Bjorn's already been killed. Oh, these guys are pretty soft, actually. Wow, they are really soft. They're not hardened infantry, that's for sure. That is a pretty deadly mace, though, I will say. Yeah, their armor is not as good as ours, for sure. I can tell you that. Wow, that was really easy. Who am I controlling right now? A very tiny sword, but also very powerful, apparently. All right, let's tell everybody to charge, though. Completely disarmed them and killed them quite quickly. Yeah, whoever I'm controlling right now is fucking insane. Oh, look at that double hit there. Oh yeah, it's Mirki. All right, let's tell everybody to charge again there. And we are just cleaning them up here in the battle. Slight hitch there, that's okay. Put everybody in line formation and tell them to charge again. That way they break out of that shield wall, they spread out, and they massacre these guys. All right, that is battle over. I definitely want to continue chasing them, though. I want as many kills to be had as there are. Or I want as many kills as there are to be had. We want to deal some serious damage to the Aserai. Inflict as many casualties as possible. They have quite a few Empire troops there. And that's an Ulf Master Ranger there. Wearing that golden orange cloak there. I don't know how I feel about that. All right, very nice, though. All right, we'll go ahead and be done with that battle. I assume they got those troops from Moses. They said, wow, here is the armor blueprints for these troops and their weapons. We will make them our own. Turns out, didn't work out very well for him. We'll get all those upgrades going. I definitely want to diversify the troop tree a bit. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I kind of want to add a few, like, Battanian troops in. That'd be kind of cool. Some like Battanian skirmishers or something like that. That would be pretty neat. All right, we'll take all those prisoners. Very nice. But we have ooh, it's legendary half barding though. It's not full barding. Although it does have significantly better stats on the front end. A heavy executioner axe, 43 damage. I bet there's a companion that can use that. Yeah, he has a rusty heavy executioner axe. The stats not really appearing that different for this. Huh. All right, well, I guess his just won't be rusty now. I'm not exactly sure why all these armor parts are like damaged, if you will, but they are. Well, we absolutely stomped the Aserai in our first engagement with them. That went exceedingly well. We've already gotten them up to 30 attrition there. We stopped sieges on 2 places. I think it's time to start taking the fight to them. If I'm honest, we might as well. We'll let the army recuperate some of their troops there. Gonna get some more recruits there as well. I mean, 554 defenders for a settlement is, or for a castle is kind of insane. 707 here at Husin Folk here. I think that is their primary town, I want to say. Yeah, 6,155 prosperity. I would say that's probably their primary town. Considering ours is like what, Rote? 8,000. Tylerton's 3,000. Car Bansnath, yeah, not like really. Okay, Dunglenes, or however the fuck you say that, is pretty prosperous as well. Let's actually just go check out the kingdom fiefs here. We'll look up by prosperity. Okay, Ep43 is 9,000. Rote is at 8,600. Revel is wow, Revel is very prosperous. How the fuck is that? I guess just all of our policies here. But loyalty being 100, wow. I guess because Revel never gets rated because it's so far. Like Revel is all the way over here, and like the only way you can attack it is by coming through here. That's pretty insane though. This castle over here, uh, Ustokol Castle is like usually whenever I start a kingdom, like my own kingdom in Sturgia, I always start it at this castle, and then I work my way over to Revel Varcheg, and then I start encountering difficulties when I get to Omor. But yeah, Epicroti, 9,437 prosperity. That's insane, man. All right. We'll go ahead and set up the siege for next episode, though. Besiege the castle, and then we'll go ahead and leave it there for the next episode. Thank you guys all so much for watching. By the way, I really do appreciate the continued support on the series. I know it's been definitely a long road. We've had quite a few changes in terms of mods and troops and stuff like that. The next time I start a series, I'll keep the mods the same. I'll make sure that all of the troops are like I'll set up all of the custom troops before I even start the series and everything. And well, okay, maybe not before I start it, but we'll get them set up very, very quickly. In like the second episode, we'll get the custom troops going. And I'll have like a full fleshed out tree and everything like that. Cause I feel like when we first started this series, we didn't have an entirely fleshed out tree. And the same thing with the Rome series. The only unique idea that I had compared to like other people was the Velites. I think that was really cool. And I'm gonna introduce Balearic Slingers in the Rome Reborn series. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not sure exactly how good they're gonna be, but it will be interesting nonetheless. All right, let me go and thank the channel members once again here. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Mooncheese, Tobias, Franklin, Shadowfighter Pro, JT, Michael, Pfeiffer, Desperado, Shipwrecked, Joski, and Elias T. Thank you guys all so very much for your support. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you guys again next week for the next episode of the Sturgia series. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a nice day. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time.